following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
It's time for the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament, which is brought to you by Trips Flooring, Van Meter 9 and the Sycamore at Stonebridge, Queen Dental, Reed's Distributor, Tobin's Country Catering, TRG Services, Valley Health, Hagerstown Ford, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields and Sons, CMA Chevy and Toyota dealerships of Martinsburg, WVU Medicine, Cody's Auto Body, Parsons Ford, the Mansion Freddy Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Modern Realty Results, the Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies, Orsini's Home Store, Burke Schultz, Harmon and Jenkinson, L.A. Roberts Jewelers, Mother Shuckers, the Skinner Law Firm, the Mirius Group, Rocks, and the Palace Lounge. Let's go live to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Good evening. We welcome you back to P.O. Faulkner Park for Game 2 here on Day 4 of the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament. As the pregame show is brought to you by Skinner Accident Injury, lawyers representing accident injury claims for over 50 years. Go to SkinnerWins.com. In this game, it is Morgantown Post 2 as the visitors with a overall record of 31 wins and 5 losses, 3-0 in tournament play, taking on Charleston Post 65, who's 16-22 overall, 2-1 in tournament play. We'll now get you the starting lineups brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go, who to trust with your flooring needs? Call them at Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. First for Morgantown Post 2, leading off as the center fielder, number 3, Gunnar Riley. Batting second in left field, number 8, Wenkai Campbell. Batting third at shortstop, number 21, Cody Thomas. Batting fourth at first base, number 18, Caleb Cottle. After that, it's the second baseman, number 2, Jet Walters. And designated hitter, number 28, Nate Wolf. Batting sixth, third base, number 20, Tristan Millick. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 23, Bryson McNew. And then that's actually batting eighth. Sorry, I was one behind. Batting ninth, left fielder, number 7, Gabe Templeton. And then pitching, number 9, Brady McNew. For Charleston Post 65, leading off the shortstop, number 13, Caleb Knapp. Batting second in right field, number 9, Luke Buckner. Batting third, playing third, number 4, Evan Wilson. Batting fourth, center fielder, number 35, Gage Tawney. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 26, Cole Richardson. Batting sixth at second base, number 19, Hunter Knoll. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 14, Garrett Miller. Batting eighth, the pitcher, number 49, Jared Butcher. Batting ninth in left field, number 5, Tristan Campanella. So we'll step aside, take ourselves a 1-minute break. On the other side of that 1-minute break, we'll have first pitch. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 back in 1 minute.
I like the layout of the course very much. I think it challenges the low handicappers and is very playable for the mid and high handicappers.
All different levels can play on this course.
I think it challenges you from the get-go.
And the first tee program here is one of the best, if second to none. It is the best in the state of West Virginia.
The men have a league, the women have a league, the kids have things going on. Like, it really is kind of the whole package here at Locust Hill. Everybody's very welcoming.
Love the folks here that play golf, but a lot of great relationships and friendships with people here.
You know, sometimes you can only judge a course by their members. We have a great core membership here.
I was able to build some fantastic relationships here, and that's why I've been here for 30 years. When you join any club, you're joining to play golf, but you're really paying for the experience. And the experience here at Locust I found to always be a good time and a fun affair.
To schedule a tee time, become a member, or see upcoming events, visit www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call us today at 304-728-7300.
We welcome you back here for this one between Morgantown Post 2 and Charleston Post 65. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in the studio is Dylan Bishop. Get you our starting battery, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street, Martinsburg. Call them at 304-901-4777. Visit their Facebook page. Starting battery on the mound for Charleston, number 49, Jared Butcher. Doing the catching, number 14, is Garrett Miller. Weather 91 degrees here, sunny skies. Feels like, as I pull it up here, 95 outside. So that turf bearing down on these players today. Probably feels like over 100 degrees out on that turf. Weather is brought to you by CMA's Martinsburg and Winchester dealerships. Proud to be the owners who just care more. Our top of the first will be brought to you by Brown Funeral Home and Cremations. Robert Fields and Sons, proudly serving our area since 1880. This Butcher will take on Riley, Campbell, Thomas, the 1-2-3 batters again. Morgantown Post 2's lineup. Morgantown Post 2 is the only team left undefeated in the state tournament. So if they win this game, they'll take on Wheeling Post 1 tomorrow at 1 p.m. We'll have to win one with 2 opportunities to do so, since it's a double elimination tournament. If they are to lose this game and Charleston Post 65 is to win this game, then we would have 3 teams remaining tomorrow. And if 3 teams remain after Game 13, the winner of Game 11, which Game 11 was Morgantown, they would automatically draw a bye, and that would then leave Charleston Post 65 to take on Wheeling Post 1 in an elimination game. Then the winner of that would play Morgantown tomorrow for a championship 30 minutes after that 1 o'clock game. Here we go with first pitch, which is brought to you by the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. Call them at 304-263-4343. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. And the first pitch to Gunnar Riley. He will ground over the shortstop, Caleb Knapp, who throws it over to Cole Richardson at first for out number 1. So 1 pitch and 1 out to begin the top of the first. And now batting for Morgantown is Wenkai Campbell. Campbell steps in, the lefty, here against Jared Butcher. And the righty out on the mound. First pitch from Butcher. He's going to line over the head of the third baseman down the line, and that's going to roll all the way to the wall at the 305 mark, then take a hop past the left fielder, Tristan Campanella. So it's a stand-up double for Wenkai Campbell with 1 out here in the top of the first. That one was just a rope put on right over that third baseman, Evan Wilson's head. Fair by a few feet. Rolled all the way to the 305 down that left field line. So now batting will be the shortstop, Cody Thomas. Only 2 pitches. There's been 1 out now, a runner at second. Pitch number 3 for Jared Butcher is a breaking ball that misses low for ball 1 to Thomas. Butcher's next one incoming as he sets. Looks at the runner behind him. And the 1-0 is a strike to Thomas to even up the count at 1-1. Thomas steps out for a brief moment before stepping back in to that right-handed batter's box here against Jared Butcher. Runner goes. Pitch inside for a ball. The throw from the catcher, Garrett Miller, on the outside of that third base bag, so Evan Wilson had to twist his body around to grab it and couldn't come back to apply the tag onto Campbell. So 2-1 count now. Runner at third base with 1 out here in the top of the first for Morgantown Post 2. This pitch taken by Thomas, and it's strike number 2 on the outside corner. So 2-2 count now to Cody Thomas. Here in the top of the first, infield in with 1 out and a runner on third. Butcher's pitch fouled straight back off the net, and it's going to roll to the feet of our home plate umpire to keep the count at 2 apiece. Butcher sets. Here comes the windup and the 2-2 pitch to Thomas. That is a hard ground ball down the third baseline and foul. Count 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Jared Butcher on the mound. 2-2 pitch. And that is grounded foul by Thomas as it hit home plate and came up and hit him in the belly. So that keeps the count 2-2 after 3 straight foul balls. Next pitch from Butcher. Fastball that is skied straight up in the infield. Running in is the second baseman, Hunter Knoll, just to the right of the pitcher's mound. He'll make the catch and quickly give it to his pitcher for out number 2. With that staying in the infield, Campbell has to stay put at third. And that'll now bring up Caleb Cottle, another lefty in the Morgantown Post 2 lineup, with 2 out here in the top of the first. So they have a runner 90 feet away trying to crack open the scoring early. Butcher's first pitch taken by Cottle. It's outside for ball 1. Morgantown riding a 20-game win streak entering this game. The past 2 here in this tournament have both been walk-off victories. It's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball that is fouled off by Cottle out of play. Count now 1-1. So 1-1 count. Butcher's next pitch. Breaks outside to Cottle, who does not chase it. Count now 2-1. So 2-1 count now to Caleb Cottle. Campbell, the runner at third for Morgantown Post 2. Here at the top of the first against Charleston Post 65. Butcher's 2-1 delivery will be lined foul over to the batter's cage. Past the third base dugout. Count now 2-2 to Cottle. The lefty steps back in for another pitch against Jared Butcher. That 2-2 pitch, outside ball 3 to Cottle. He again tried to get Cottle to chase, and he does not do so. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the first, runner at third. Cottle up the bat for Morgantown Post 2. Butcher on the mound for Charleston Post 65. Butcher's payoff pitch will be fouled softly straight back into the net by Cottle. We'll now see a 7th pitch. So the first 2 at-bats were quick ones. Only took 1 pitch for those. Past 2 have been pretty lengthy. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Butcher's pitch. That's going to be grounded just past the diving glove of the second baseman, Hunter Knoll. It's a 2-out RBI single for Caleb Cottle. Morgantown takes a 1-0 lead here against Charleston Post 65 in the top of the first. Now batting will be the second baseman, Jet Walters.
Batting fifth for Morgantown, number 2, second baseman, Jet Walters.
Butcher taking his time now. It's the first pitch to Walters. Will be took by Walters outside for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner now at first after Cottle's RBI single to score 1 Kai Campbell. 1-0 now high for ball 2 to Walters. Jared Butcher out on the mound in the Charleston red uniform. The blue stripe across the front as he sends a 2-0 breaking ball for a strike to Walters, who did not offer at that one. Runner at first takes his lead. 2-1 pitch from Butcher. That's going to be grounded. Diving for it. Snap. Long throw over to first. Pulls the first baseman off the bag, but Richardson able to spin around and tag the helmet of Walters, for out number 3. So that ends the inning, but it's a 1-0 Morgantown Post 2 lead as we're headed to the bottom of the first inning for Charleston Post 65's first at bat. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Mother Shuckers. Fresh Florida stone crab straight from the boat to your throat. Blue crabs, king, snow, Dungeness, all available year-round. Try and find that anywhere else around here. Homemade soup specials every day. Mother Shuckers is located at 1014 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg. Mother Shuckers, we have an opinion. If you don't like it, shuck it up, Buttercup. Come on over to Mother Shuckers. Hey, it's Cody from Cody's Auto Body.
You're a potty mouth.
But we do a really great job fixing cars after an accident.
I know, but you're still a potty mouth.
I'm possibly the best friend you could ever have.
You are, but potty mouth.
If you need your car repaired, come to Cody's Auto Body, located at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Because that's Cody's with a T for f***ing trust.
See? Potty mouth.
Leave me alone.
We welcome you back. Bottom of the first inning is brought to you by your Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at Orsinis.com. 1-0 Morgantown Post 2 leads it after half an inning played. Charleston Post 65. They'll send Knapp, Buckner, Wilson up to begin for them. 1-2-3 batters against Brady McNew out on the mound for Morgantown Post 2. So Knapp will lead things off, the shortstop.
Leading off for Charleston.
Talking with our home plate umpire Mike first.
13, shortstop, Caleb Knapp.
Knapp, a righty, here against Brady McNew, the southpaw. First pitch is strike one, taken by Knapp on the outside corner. McNew's 0-1 pitch. This time farther outside, so it's a ball. 1-1 count. One high for ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike to Caleb Knapp here against Brady McNew. 2-1 pitch. Away for ball 3. Knapp ahead in the count 3-1 against McNew, who continues to try to get him outside, and it goes right down the middle on the 3-1. Swing and a miss from Knapp. Count 3-2. The 3-2 fouled out of play. So, count now 3-2. Still here to Knapp. This trip gives me a t-shirt here for the state tournament. And look, our logo's on it. 3-2 pitch taken by Knapp for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk here in the bottom of the first.
Batting second.
Now batting,
Charleston,
right fielder, Luke Buckner. Nobody out, runner at first here in the bottom of the first for Charleston Post 65. Buckner will swing through the first pitch from Brady McNew for a strike. So, no balls and 1 strike. Next pitch. Lined over the net, out of play for strike 2. Knapp takes his lead over at first. Buckner behind 0-2 in the count against McNew. Here's the pitch. That's a fastball high. The count now 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Brady McNew, the lefty, staring over at the runner at first. Now will send the 1-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball, and just getting a piece of it's Luke Buckner. Again, fouling that straight back. So count remains 1-2 for Buckner. Here's the pitch for McNew. And that's outside for a ball. Count 2-2 now to Buckner. Buckner, right-handed batter. Steps back in. The 2-2's inside off the glove of the catcher, Bryson McNew. He's going to fire a throw to second. The tag is down, but the tag doesn't matter as Jet Walters, when he went to apply the tag to Caleb Knapp, who was running on the passed ball, dropped the ball. So the count now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Luke Buckner. Knapp's at second. Nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Payoff pitch for McNew. Grounded to the third baseman, Millick. His throw over to first in time. Now a throw to second. Sliding back in was Knapp, who was caught taking a nap, it seemed like, in between second and third, waiting for the throw of Millick, and never went back to the bag until the throw from Cottle over at first. So 1 out, runner still at second. So now batting will be the third baseman, Evan Wilson, for Charleston. It's Brady McNew. Pitch. Skips off the turf, past Bryson McNew, and easily going over to third now will be Knapp on the wild pitch for ball 1 to Wilson. So now Bryson McNew will hand the ball to Brady McNew. Will walk his way back up the pitcher's mound. So the tying run 90 feet away as it's a 1-0 Morgantown Post 2 lead here against Charleston Post 65 in the bottom of the first inning. Is this pitch from McNew low to Wilson for ball number 2. So 2-0 count now to Evan Wilson. And we'll have a timeout called. Not sure why. I think there might have been some confusion potentially down below us on the pitch count. It's resolved as this is low again for ball 3. So 3-0 count as Brady McNew kind of shaking his left hand off there, his throwing hand, as if that one slipped. So the 3-0 low for ball 4. So 4-pitch walk. Evan Wilson, the third batter in the lineup, is now 1 out. Runners on the corners, and here comes the cleanup man, the center fielder, Gage Tawney.
Number 35, center fielder, Gage Tawney.
So Tawney, an RBI opportunity for Charleston. First pitch, right at the belt for strike 1, taken by Tawney. So, after a 4-pitch walk, it's now an 0-1 count to Tawney. The right-hander steps back in against the lefty. The 0-1. Squaring the bunt was Tawney, but he quickly pulled the bat back as that pitch runs low and in. Count now 1-1. McNew on the mound, the 1-1 pitch. Now that skips off the chest protector of Bryson McNew, but the runners will stay put at the corners. Count is 2-1. A few wild ones here from Brady McNew on the mound, making Bryce McNew work hard behind the plate. 2-1. Low in the turf again for ball 3 now to Gage Tawney. You have the first baseman on deck in Cole Richardson. 3-1 pitch. And that is a hard ground ball right into the glove of the shortstop, Cody Thomas, over to second for 1. Walters fires to first, caught by Caleb Cottle for a twin-killing inning ender. So, no runs score here in the bottom of the first for Charleston Post 65 as we're headed to the second. Morgantown Post 2 leads Charleston Post 65. 1-0. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The WVU Heart and Vascular Institute is pleased to announce that thoracic surgery with Dr. Shalini Reddy is now available in Martinsburg at WVU Medicine Berkeley Medical Center. Dr. Reddy has practiced thoracic surgery in the region for over 8 years and offers robotic laparoscopic surgeries for the lungs, esophagus, and more. For more information about thoracic surgery in Martinsburg, check us out online at mywvuheart.com.
From breathtaking outdoors to unique local eats, world-class geocaching, and thriving local culture, Martinsburg, Berkeley County, West Virginia is where you can live your adventure. Berkeley County offers fantastic outdoor experiences, from our rugged hiking paths to scenic nature paths, public parks, fishing streams, and nature preserves. Cap off your outdoor adventures with a stroll through historic downtown Martinsburg. Join us and immerse yourself in our rich local history and scenic surroundings. Check out upcoming events and plan your adventure at travelwv.com.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park as we head now to the top of the second inning, which is brought to you by the personal injury attorneys Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson. Visit burkeandschultz.com. We play hardball. Top of the second, due up. The 6, 7, 8 batters, Wolf, Millick, and then Bryson McNew. Nate Wolf, the DH from Morgantown Post 2, will lead off things here in the top of the second against Jared Butcher. Butcher's first pitch, softly grounded over to the third baseman, Evan Wilson. He'll take a few steps in, gather it, throw over to first. So again, just like the top of the first, one pitch, one out. Now batting will be the third baseman, as that is Tristan Millick. Millick. Let the first pitch from Jared Butcher go by, as that's a pitch that's upstairs for ball one. So 1-0 count, one out. Next pitch from Butcher. Downstairs. Count now 2-0. Millick steps back in with the 2-0 count in his favor here against Jared Butcher. And he's going to foul this one off. It goes right back to the backstop. Count now 2-1. So Millick just tipped that pitch on the 2-0. Butcher sets. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. And that's a strike. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Butcher's 2-2 to Millick. And that's a hard ground ball right to the shortstop, Caleb Knapp. And that's easy work as he throws it over to first for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here in the top of the second. And now it will be the catcher, Bryson McNew, up to bat.
Batting eighth, number 23, catcher, Bryson McNew.
So Bryson McNew will have his first at bat against Jared Butcher. First pitch, taken for strike 1. That looked good from up here. Might be the best pitch that McNew sees this at bat. No balls, 1 strike. Big man Butcher on the mound. 0-1. That is grounded in frustration by Bryce McNew down to third base. As you could hear him grunts in anger as soon as that one hit off the bat, because it went straight to Evan Wilson, who throws over to Cole Richardson at first. And 3 up, 3 down goes Morgantown Post 2 here in the top of the second. We'll head to the bottom of the second on the other side of this 1-minute break. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers. or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
We welcome you back here as we enter the bottom half of our second inning, which is brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, promote, protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Charleston Post 65 will bring up the 5, 6, 7 batters in the lineup. Richardson, Knoll, and Miller as they trail Morgantown Post 2 by a score of only 1-0 right now, still early in this game here on day 4 of the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament. Game 2 of today, game number 13 overall of the tournament. Hope you've enjoyed all the other games that we've covered for you live on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube as the first pitch from Brady McNew to Cole Richardson is strike number 1 to begin the bottom of the second. Next pitch from McNew. Lined right back into center field, and that's going to drop for a hit and then hit off Gunnar Riley's glove. But it stays in front, so it's just a leadoff single for the first baseman, Richardson. That will now bring up the second baseman, Hunter Knoll. So Knoll will have the runner on first. He'll square to bunt, pull the bat back as the pitch is a ball. A check to see if Knoll pulled the bat back in time. The umpire over at the first base line said no. Or said no, that it was a ball that he didn't offer at it, I should probably say. It's this pitch now taken by Knoll for strikes with count 1-1. So you have the middle infield at normal depth, third baseman in, expecting the potential bunt. Knoll bunts again, but it's down the first base line. He hustles his way down to first, but not there quick enough as the first baseman catches it from the pitcher, Brady McNew. So 1-3 fielder's choice moves Richardson to second with 1 out. Now batting will be the catcher, number 14, Garrett Miller. So runner in scoring position now with 1 out. McNew's pitch to Miller. Misses high for ball 1. McNew last inning threw 23 pitches. This is pitch number 30, excuse me. 1-0. Big swing and a miss from Miller. Count now 1-1. So that caught Miller off balance after that swing. So he regathers himself, steps back in. 1-1. Ooh. Runs in and hits Miller. Looked like hopefully it caught him right in that elbow protector. You could hear it from up here, though. Thud off of him. Seems to be okay as he makes his way down. That's what you have that elbow protector for. So 1 out, runners at first and second. Now batting is the pitcher, Jared Butcher. McNew looks behind him. First pitch, fouled straight back by Butcher for strike 1. So 0-1 count. One out, runners at first and second. We have another timeout called, so Jared Butcher, the batter, can look down at the signal from his third base coach. Oh, 1. Low for a ball. Count now 1-1. McNews 1-1. Will be taken by Butcher. Right at the knees for strike 2. Oh, sorry, that is actually ball 2, looks like, from the home plate umpire. So I'm put up a 2-1. As this is grounded right to the third baseman, Millick. He'll throw over to the second baseman, Walters, for one, who throws over to first. Caleb Cottle gets it. And again, for Charleston Post 65, their at bat will end with another double play. Instead of it being a 6-4-3, it's a 5-4-3. As we head to the third, the score remains Morgantown Post 2, 1, Charleston Post 65, nothing. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Most insurance companies see you as a claim number. Most law firms see you as a case file. When their top priority is their bottom line, you only get a fraction of the attention that you deserve. At the law firm of Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson, it's personal. We listen to our clients to see the whole picture, because every part of you is important. For a team built on relationships and results, call Burke, Schultz, Harmon, and Jenkinson at 304 Lawyers, or visit us at burkeandschultz.com.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
We welcome you back here. Top of the third inning. Brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Call them at 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page. Doo-wop for Morgantown Post 2 here in the top of the third inning. Templeton, Riley, Campbell, the 9-1-2 batters in the lineup for Morgantown, who's in that Duke royal blue with the black and the white, pretty much that Duke Blue Devil colors. For Charleston, it's the red, white, and blue. Got the C on the front, kind of like the Cleveland Guardians logo almost. First pitch, big swing and a miss for strike 1 from Templeton. So 0-1 count here against Templeton. It's Butcher's next pitch. Slips at sails way outside. Count 1-1. That one, I think, just barely hit off the glove of Garrett Miller, but it went straight to the backstop after that. It's a 1-1 count. Pitch, breaking ball, called strike 2 as Templeton is frozen at that one. 1-2 count now. Butcher sets. Here's the pitch. That's inside for a ball. Slightly low as well. Count 2-2 now. Things evened up to Templeton. He chokes up on the bat with the 2-2 count. Pitch from Butcher. He'll foul off over to the left. It bounces off the net, then into that third base dugout of Charleston's. So count remains 2-2. Jared Butcher on the mound for Charleston Post 65. Here's the pitch to Templeton. And he's going to send a fly ball down the first base line, shallow enough to where Luke Buckner is able to easily get underneath it and have the catch for out number 1. So 1 out now. So we flip the lineup over, and here comes Gunnar Riley. Gunnar Riley is 0 for 1. He only saw one pitch his last at-bat when he grounded out to shortstop. Butcher's first pitch. He's going to send past the diving glove of the third baseman, Evan Wilson, and now underneath the glove of Tristan Campanella, the left fielder. So, single and an error will allow Gunnar Riley to go to second with one out here in the third. As Campanella just never got his glove down far enough. So runner in scoring position for Morgantown post 2. And that'll bring up Wenkai Campbell, who doubled his last time up. Lefty steps in here against Jared Butcher. That also only took one pitch. Butcher's pitch. Outside, almost past Garrett Miller, but he's able to dive into that opposite batter's box and smother the ball with his mitt. So 1-0 count here against Campbell as Butcher gives him an off-speed pitch. Campbell fouls it over into the railing net in front of the first base dugout. Count now even at 1-1. So Campbell, the lefty, steps back up here against Jared Butcher, the righty. Runner at second. 1-1 count, one out. Pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Campbell. So, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here in game number 2 of 2 today. Pitch way outside by Butcher. Count now 2-2. So that almost looked like a pitch out to see if the runner was going. Gunnar Riley has some speed. That's why he's the leadoff man over at second. Butcher sets. 2-2 pitch. Inside, and that's going to hit Wenkai Campbell. So he's going to take off his shin guard and elbow guard, jog his way down to first base. So 1 out now, runners at first and second for Morgantown post 2. So they lead Charleston post 65 1-0. So we're in the top of the third inning. So Cody Thomas now up to bat from Morgantown, the righty, with the 2 runners on here against Jared Butcher. Runners go, pitch high and inside, almost hit the face of Cody Thomas. He ducks and falls out of the way. The throw from the catcher, Garrett Miller, over to third, not in time. So Gunnar Riley and Wenkai Campbell both steal. So runners now in scoring position. A 1-0 count now to Thomas. Butcher's pitch. That's going to be grounded right in between shortstop and third. And a run's going to score for Morgantown post 2. They now lead it 2-0 here in the third against Charleston post 65. So an RBI single for Thomas, which will bring up Caleb Cottle. With the runners on the corners here in the top of the third and 1 out.
Caleb Cottle.
Cottle had an RBI single his last time up for Morgantown. Runner at first goes, and this is a foul ball just to the right of the first base bag by Cottle for strike 1. So, runner goes back to first base. Campbell over at third. This pitch outside. Pitch out by Butcher to see if the runner at first and Thomas was going again. He did not, so the count 1-1. 1 out. Butcher's 1-1 delivery inside. And jogging his way over to second is Thomas on the catcher's indifference to take away the traditional double play. The count now moves to 2-1 to Caleb Cottle. Butcher sets. The 2-1 pitch. A strike two as Cottle does not offer at the breaking ball that catches the outside part of the zone. So 2-2 count. Now we'll have a timeout called as Jared Butcher steps off the mound to reset. Getting 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Pitch. Cottle makes contact, sends a fly ball to shallow left center field. It's caught by Campanella, and his throw home gonna sail, and now we have some confusion at the bases. The runner at second tagged up, went to third, but the runner at third, and Campbell, stayed. So they're able to both go back and be safe, but there's no sac fly there. It's just a fly out for out number 2. So a mistake on the base path there from Morgantown post 2 eliminates what would have been, knowing now how the throw went, hindsight 2020 of course, easy chance to make it a 3-0 lead.
Number 2,
And now batting will be Jet Walters with 2 out here in the top of the third. Runner still for Morgantown post 2, standing at second and third. It's Butcher's first pitch. Fastball that misses way outside for ball number 1. Walters rounded out the shortstop to end the first inning, his last time up. 1-0. This time, Butcher takes a little bit of velo off of it to try to locate it better on the outside part of the plate, but it still misses for ball 2. So 2 balls, no strikes to Jet Walters. 2-0 pitch outside again. That's ball number 3. So 3-0 count. The lefty Jet Walters. Now we'll have a quick time called by the catcher Garrett Miller to go talk to his pitcher Jared Butcher. We're in the top of the third. It's Morgantown post 2 leading Charleston post 65 by a score of 2-0. There's runners at second and third base for Morgantown post 2. Winner of this one will head to tomorrow's 1 p.m. game to take on Wheeling post 1. The visit concludes. 3-0 count to Walters. We get sent for the 3-0 pitch from Butcher. And it's right down the middle for a strike. Count now 3-1. So Butcher able to find the strike zone to avoid a 4-pitch walk. 3-1 pitch. Misses inside. So it's a 5-pitch walk. As Walters will go down to first with 2 outs. Bases loaded now here in the top of the third. As the designated hitter for Morgantown post 2 will come up to bat, Nate Wolf.
Nate Wolf.
Wolf steps in, the big righty against the big righty for Charleston out on the mound. And Butcher. First pitch. Right at the letters for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Bases loaded here in the top of the third. And the runner's going to try to steal home the throw. The tag in time. Tried to go the trickery way to come home, did Wenkai Campbell. And the pitch from Jared Butcher was able to get to the catcher Garrett Miller in time to get the tag. And now looks like Wenkai Campbell a little bit shaken up after that. So the score remains 2-0. As 2 runners get left stranded. Wolf will be up to bat when we get to the top of the 4th. But first, we got to get to the bottom of the 3rd, which we'll do so on the other side of this 1-minute break. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
If you're going to hit like trash all day, I tell you what, I got a real chance here. Oh, hey, speaking of, I was coming down the road the other day back from McIntosh Valley, and I saw a billboard with these crazy deals that Panhandle Dumpsters have.
Drew, hey, come on.
Oh, and did you know that if you sign up, you get your first month free? Dude, sorry, man. But I just wish somebody would have told me about these crazy deals that Panhandle Dumpsters has.
Drew, how many times have I told you to sign up for Panhandle Dumpsters? They give away discounts for first responders, veterans, and seniors. If you pay for a whole year, you get the 13th month free. Now shut up and watch me hit this drive.
Signing up with Panhandle is like a hole-in-one every day.
We welcome you back here as we now enter the bottom of the third inning, which is brought to you by the team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home in the Tri-State, they have you covered. Campanella, Knapp, Buckner, 9-1-2 batters will step up to the plate against Brady McNew for Charleston Post 65. They trail Morgantown Post 2 now 2-0. The bases were loaded for Morgantown Post 2 with 2 outs. Wenkai Campbell tried to steal home, but the pitch quickly got there once it was recognized by Jared Butcher, and Garrett Miller was able to put the tag on just in the nick of time. McNew's first pitch going to be hooked foul, or pulled foul, by Campanella for strike one.
I beg your pardon. Campanella.
So Campanella will step back in here against Brady McNew. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch misses outside. The count now 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike to Campanella as he tips this one into the glove for strike 2. He now walks his way around the home plate area before stepping back into the right-handed batter's box and will whiff through this pitch. That's strike 3. So the first strikeout of the afternoon goes to Brady McNew out on the mound here against Campanella. Now batting is Caleb Knapp for the second time this afternoon. First pitch goes past Bryson McNew on a breaking ball. Nobody on base, though, so it doesn't matter. It's ball 1 to Knapp. Knapp also walked his last time up. There's the 1-0. We'll send a line shot down the third base line, and it's just foul. Count now 1-1 to Caleb Knapp. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. So we wait for Knapp to walk back. Knapp finally steps back in, and we're ready to resume here. Brady McNew's pitch sends a off-speed pitch that just floated and floated some more, stayed high. It's ball 2, and now we're going to have a timeout called. Caleb Knapp needed to go down to his third base coach to figure out what the signal was that he just got relayed. He'll walk his way back down at third base line and step back up to the plate here against Brady McNew. 2-1 pitch. It's going to be a high fly ball by Knapp into deep left center field. A few feet before the warning track. Getting it is Gunnar Riley for the out. So now 2 down, and here comes Luke Buckner.
Again, I correct myself, Luke Buckner.
So Buckner up to bat. The The first pitch misses for a ball, count 1-0. One ball, no strikes to Buckner. Next pitch from McNew will be fouled straight back by Buckner into the press box and roll into the glove of the catcher, Bryson McNew. So the count 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Pitch is popped over towards the first base fence, and misjudging it was Caleb Cottle. He thought it was going to land to the right of the fence. Instead, it lands about 5 feet behind him. So a count now 1-2 for Buckner. McNew, 1-2 pitch. Fires a fastball that Buckner just knew right away was strike 3. He nods his head, walks away as he got caught looking for the second strikeout for Brady McNew of the inning. As 3 up, 3 down goes Charleston Post 65 in the bottom of the third. So after 3, it remains Morgantown Post 2 with a 2-0 lead against Charleston Post 65. Well to the fourth on the other side of this 1-minute break. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at FordofHagerstown.com or HancockChevy.com.
We welcome you back here as we head now to the top of the fourth inning, which is brought to you by Farmers and Mechanics Insurance, reliable coverage since 1877. Call 304-263-0809 for a quote today or visit FMIWV.com. Leading off for Morgantown here in the top of the fourth is Nate Wolf, who was the batter up to bat when Wenkai Campbell tried to steal home and was out. So here's Wolf again. We'll take the first pitch, and that's strike 1 from Jared Butcher. So 0-1 count. So this pitch misses for a ball. The count now 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Nate Wolf, the DH. For Morgantown Post 2, as this pitch runs inside, skips off the foot of somebody down below us, either catcher or the umpire, and then skied back up towards us. Count now 2-1. These baseballs can take wild hops off the turf. 2-1 count. Pitch. High for ball 3. So, count now 3-1 to Wolf. Butcher sets. And here comes that 3-1 pitch. That's inside for ball 4, so a leadoff walk for the DH, Nate Wolf. Now batting will be Millick. Nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Millick grounded out to shortstop his last time up. So we have a timeout here as Jared Butcher, the pitcher, needs to tie a shoe. And I try to readjust my headset here. The padding on the earpieces are kind of starting to wear down this week. Been a long week of baseball wearing these for all of us. First pitch, Millick squares to bunts. And he misses it for a strike. No, they say it was a foul ball, so didn't matter that Miller tried to throw over at first. Wolf was in safely, though, which also didn't matter. 0-1 count on the foul ball by Millick. He squares to bunt again. So pickoff attempt over at first by Butcher in response. Wolf's back into the bag safely. No balls, one strike, nobody out, top of the fourth. Morgantown post 2 leads leads Charleston post 65, 2-0. Millick bunts it down the third baseline, and it rolls foul. Count now 0-2. So now we will wait for both Millick and Wolf to head back to their spots. Wolf at first base, Millick in the batter's box, both taking their sweet time getting back there. So 0-2 count with nobody out. I don't think Millick's going to try to bunt here anymore, but we have seen the attempt with an 0-2 count if you have the full confidence in the player to get the job done during this tournament. But he's going to swing away. The short pop fly right behind second base. The second baseman, Hunter Knoll, is there to make the catch for the out. So now one out here in the top of the fourth. Runner stays put at first, and Nate Wolf. Now batting will be the catcher, number 23, Bryson McNew. So, last time he was up to bat, he grounded out to third. This one plunks him right in the shoulder. A fastball that just got away from Jared Butcher. Second man he's hit today. Runner's now at first at second. That one's going to leave a mark for Bryson McNew. Now batting will be Templeton. Butcher looks behind him at the runner at second now. It's the pitch to Templeton. He'll let go by, and it just misses for ball number 1. So 1-0 count to Templeton, who flew out to right field his last time up. 1-0 pitch from Butcher. Even higher than the last one. That's ball 2. So 2-0 count to the 9-hole hitter in Templeton. Runners at first and second for Morgantown post 2 with a 1 down here in the top of the 4th inning. Butcher's pitch. Big hack by Templeton. He swings through it for a strike. Count now 2-1. Templeton will step back in. Ready for the next pitch. That next pitch outside for ball 3 is diving for it. Had to be the catcher, Garrett Miller. Butcher steps off the back of the mound before stepping on the rubber. Takes a deep breath before the 3-1 pitch to Templeton. Here comes that 3-1 delivery. And that pitch misses inside for ball 4. So, bases are now loaded. All 3 have advanced via free base opportunity. 2 walks and a hit by pitch. 1 pop out to second's the only out here this inning. And it looks like we're going to have a mound visit for Charleston post 65. See if it's the end of the evening for Jared Butcher here before Gunnar Riley's third at-bat of the day. Score Morgantown post 2, and Charleston post 65, 0. Again, if Charleston loses, they're eliminated, which means tomorrow's championship is Morgantown and Wheeling. Wheeling would have to beat Morgantown twice since it's a double elimination tournament, and Morgantown, if they're to win this, would be undefeated. If Charleston's able to come back in this game and win, They would play Wheeling Post 1 tomorrow. And then the winner of Charleston and Wheeling would play Morgantown, who would finally have one loss, and that would be deemed the championship game. So, either way for Morgantown, they're in the championship. However, obviously, they would like to have 2 chances to be the state champion, not just a one do or die game tomorrow. And we've seen some movement. Well, it looks like we might have a pitching change, I see. So we'll step aside, take ourselves a 30-second break for the pitching change. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 30 seconds.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
So we welcome you back here. Our pitching change is brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361 is now pitching. Moving in from right field is number 9, Luke Buckner. Our pitcher, Jared Butcher, goes over to third base. Campanella moved from left field to right field. So now in left field, hold on, let me double check here. Campanella moved from left to right. I'm trying to remember who's in left now. Third baseman moved from third into left, and that was Evan Wilson, number 4. So that should be all your changes as we get ready here momentarily to resume action. Again, top of the 4th inning, Morgantown Post 2 leads Charleston Post 65 by a score of only 2-0. But Morgantown Post 2's threatening yet again. Bases are loaded and 1 out. Leadoff guy in the lineup, Gunnar Riley, is up to bat.
Gunnar Riley.
First pitch. Riley fouls off over to the left for a strike. So Buckner gets a new baseball. Next pitch. Big swing and a miss by Riley as he chased one away for strike number 2. So Riley now behind in the count. Bases loaded. 0-2 delivery. Again outside. This time Riley does not swing at it. So the count 1-2. One-two pitch. Riley grounds right to the third baseman. Butcher steps on the third base bag. Now throws over to first. The throw not in time. So it's now 3-0 on the fielder's choice. So Wolf came home to score. Bryson McNew is the base runner that was out trying to go from second to third. Templeton reached second. The hitter Gunnar Riley goes to first, gets an RBI. It's 3-0. Morgantown Post 2 leads Charleston Post 65 in the top of the 4th. It's now Campbell fouls off the first pitch he sees against Luke Buckner for a strike.
Number 8, Wenky Campbell now batting.
So Wenkai Campbell.
Wenkai, I beg your pardon.
Up to bat. Wenkai Campbell doubled his first time up. Was hit by a pitch his last time up. Luke Buckner sets, checks the runner behind him, does so again. Now we'll send the pitch down, and it's a swing and a miss by Wenkai Campbell for strike 2. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Top of the 4th. It's the lefty against now a righty on the mound. And another swing and a miss. It's a drop third strike. Garrett Miller loses his shoe while trying to throw. He didn't know which way he wanted to go. It looked like he wanted to throw to third, but Jared Butcher wasn't ready for it. So then he tried to shift his body over to get ready to throw to first. And while doing that, he lost his shoe, which caused him to slip. So the bases are loaded on the drop third strike. So 2 out. And here comes Cody Thomas. So we wait now for Garrett Miller to get his equipment back together. And he does so. Will now make his way back behind home plate. Squat down for Thomas's at bat. Buckner's first pitch. Thomas lets go by, and it's taken for strike number 1. It's an 0-1 count now. Buckner delivers. That's outside off the glove of Garrett Miller, but the fastball has enough power behind it to where when it ricocheted off the backstop, it came right back to a spot where Garrett Miller was easily able to get it, and the runners stayed put. So again, got the bases loaded. Templeton at third. Gunnar Riley at second. Campbell, the runner, at first for Morgantown Post 2. They lead Charleston Post 65 3-0. It's Buckner's pitch outside for a ball. So 2-1 count now to Thomas. Buckner's next pitch. Breaking ball at the knees, called a strike. So the count now even, 2-2 to Thomas. Thomas, the righty, steps back in. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And he's going to hit a grounder to the shortstop, Caleb Knapp, and he can't get it. He was trying to run in, got screened by the runner from second to third, Gunnar Riley. When he saw the ball again, it was hopping up, hit off the glove. That's an error by the shortstop, and it's now 4-0 Morgantown Post 2 here in the top of the 4th. Bases remain loaded. Is now batting for Morgantown will be Caleb Cottle. It's the lefty here against the righty, Luke Buckner. Cottle sends the first pitch past the glove of the left fielder, Evan Wilson. And that's going to roll all the way to the wall. And it looks like it's going to clear the bases as well. A base-clearing 2-out knock for Caleb Cottle, as this one has been broken open now by Morgantown Post 2. A 4-run inning gives them a 6-0 lead here in the top of the 4th against Charleston Post 65. See ball, hit ball has been the motto for Morgantown Post 2 so far. Now batting will be Walters. First pitch outside, called a strike. Must have just got the front of that strike zone. Yep, my apologies. It's actually been a 5-run inning, not a 4-run inning, so it's 7-0. Thank you to Trib Tobin for letting us know up here. And it is 7-0, not 6-0. So, count 1-1 to Walters. Buckner's pitch is a ball, missing outside. Count 2-2. So this is grounded foul back by Walters, keeping the count at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes to Walters. Pitch. Going to be a hard grounder right back up the middle. Rounding third, coming home. The throw looks good, but it misses the glove of the catcher, Garrett Miller. Missing the home plate bag as well was Cottle. He's able to crawl back and get it. So Walters with an RBI double now to make it 8-0 here against Charleston Post 65. So they've hit around here in the top of the fourth. So now batting will be Nate Wolf, the designated hitter.
Nate Wolf.
Buckner's pitch outside for a ball. So 8-0. It's Buckner's next pitch outside for ball 2 to Wolf. Got 2 out here, runner on second in the top of the fourth for Morgantown Post 2. Buckner. Pitch is a strike. Breaking ball that dropped in the zone. Count now 2-1 to Wolf, who led off the inning with a base on balls. This pitch, ground ball, foul. Count 2-2 as that slowly rolled its way over to the third base coach. Wolf steps back in. 2-2 pitch. Inside, ball 3 to Wolf. So count now full, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners at second base for Morgantown Post 2. Buckner on the mound for Charleston Post 65. The 3-2 fouled by the DH and Nate Wolf. Again, down that third base side. So we'll reset here as Morgantown Post 2 leads Charleston Post 65 8-0. They've poured it on here in the top of the fourth. They have 6 runs so far, trying to add on. Payoff pitch is a swing and a miss for strike 3, so that stops the bleeding. And we'll head to the bottom of the fourth on the other side of this 1-minute break. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
Ride in style this summer with a new Toyota from CMA's Toyota of Martinsburg. We've got a great selection of your favorite Toyota models on our lot, including new Tacomas and Tundras. Lease a new 2024 Tacoma for only $279 a month for 36 months. Or check out a new 2024 Tundra and get up to $5,400 off MSRP. And every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care and our lifetime powertrain warranty. Visit us online at CMA's where owners just care more.
We welcome you back here. Apologies. I'm just trying to finish making sure I had everything right in the scorebook here after that very long, busy top of the fourth inning as Morgantown Post 2 scored 8 runs in total, 6 in that fourth. So we head to the bottom of the fourth, brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to Ford@Hagerstown.com as the first pitch from Brady McNew is a ball to, I believe that's Evan Wilson up there, yes. Wilson, Tawney, Richardson, the 3-4-5 batters are due up. This pitch outside the count, 2-0. 2-0 count to Wilson, who was last time up, was walked on 4 straight pitches by Brady McNew. There's ball 3. So, looks like we're 1 ball away now from another 4-pitch walk for Evan Wilson. And he doesn't get it as a 3-0 right down the middle, so the count 3-1 now. McNew able to find the zone. 3-1. Low and in for ball 4. So leadoff walk issued by McNew. Now batting will be Gage Tawney, who grounded into a 6-4-3 double plays last time up.
Number 35, Gage Tawney.
So Tawney will step in here against McNew. First pitch taken for a strike by Tawney. So 0-1 count. Runner goes. It was a hit-and-run situation as Tawney fouls that one off into his third base side dugout. So the count now moves to 0-2. It's the 0-2 pitch for McNew. High for a ball. Count now 1-2. So McNew sets, looks over at the runner at first, and now we'll try to pick him off, but he was only a step off the bag, so he just takes that step back. Here we go. 1-2. Pitch. Outside for a ball. 2-2 count. The past 2 balls kind of look like they've been pitch outs for Brady McNew to see if the runner at first and Wilson is jumping. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Tawney down for out number 1. Third strikeout of the evening for Brady McNew now. So now batting will be Cole Richardson.
Number 26, Cole Richardson.
Richardson singled, his last time up. First pitch. He lets go by, and it's outside for ball number 1. Runner goes on the 1-0, and that's a fly ball to center field. Gunnar Riley catches it, so the runner has to tag up, and he does so before the throw gets there. For out number 2 to Richardson, is now batting will be Hunter Knoll.
Number 19, Hunter
It's
Knoll.
8-0. Morgantown post 2 leads Charleston post 65. 2 out, runner at first, bottom of the 4th. And this is going to be a grounder by Knoll. The second baseman, Walters, his throw to Cottle at first. That is out number 3. So we've played 4. Morgantown leads Charleston 8-0. So we'll step aside and take a 1-minute break. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Is your skin dry or breaking out? Are your muscles sore and tight? Then take a few hours or even a whole day to refresh yourself, recover, and rejuvenate at Personal Reflection Day Spa, located at 102 Hovatter Drive in Inwood. Personal Reflection Day Spa is an award-winning spa for 15 consecutive years. The friendly, experienced staff will give you the treatment you deserve from the minute you walk in the door. Book your appointment by calling 304-821-1333 or online at personalreflectiondayspa.com.
Back as we are now in the top of the 5th inning. Top of the 5th is brought to you by L.A. Roberts Jewelers, committed to excellence in quality design and craftsmanship, located at 146 North Queen Street in Martinsburg. Is now pitching for Charleston, post 65, is number 13, Caleb Knapp. So Knapp will head to the mound. Third pitcher for Charleston here this evening. And looks like our pitcher in Buckner will go out to left field. And Evan Wilson will come in at short. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back at the studio is Dylan Bishop. Pitching changes are brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call them at 304-263-3361. So, there you go. Making sure I got everything in my scorebook here. 8-0. Morgantown Post 2 leads Charleston Post 65. As due up here in the 5th will be the bottom of the lineup for Morgantown: Millick, Bryson McNew, and Templeton. If Morgantown's able to score 2 runs, they can put into effect the 10-run rule in the bottom of the 5th, potentially. Knapp on the mound. First pitch to Millick. It's going to be grounded. Sliding for it, the third baseman, Butcher, is thrown to first into the glove of Cole Richardson and then out of the glove of Cole Richardson at the last second. So, an error by the third baseman will allow Millick to reach first base safely to begin this 5th inning. So, that's the 3rd error defensively by Charleston now. As Bryson McNew will be up to bat. Third baseman Butcher expecting a bunt as the breaking ball drops in for strike 1. As McNew takes that one all the way. Knapp looks over his back shoulder at the runner at first, and Millick. 0-1 pitch. Curveball in the dirt. Throw to first. Tag. Not in time. Millick jumped over there. Had to scamper back. Miller's throw to Richardson was up the baseline just a little bit. And that looked like was the difference. It's the count now 1-1. It's another breaking ball, this time low and in by Knapp to McNew. Count now 2-1. All 3 pitches to Bryson McNew, though, have been the breaking ball. See if he goes to it again. Knapp sets. 2-1. And he does. Sitting on it was McNew. And he's only able to foul it off out of play to the right. Even the count up at 2-2. So, 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out top of the 5th. Runner at first for Morgantown Post 2. McNew here against Knapp. Knapp's pitch. Fastball low. Bouncing off Miller. As it rolls in front now. The count full. 3-2. Looks like Morgantown has some action in its bullpen. See if we get a change here in the bottom of the 5th or not. Full count to Bryson McNew. Pitch outside. It's ball 4 from Caleb Knapp. So McNew heads to first on the base on balls. Millick will go to second. So runners at first and second with nobody out here in the top of the 5th. Now batting will be Templeton.
Number 7, Gabe Hamilton.
I'll try to see, who that is warming up for Morgantown. Looks like it's Parker Jeffries. It's the first pitch from Caleb Knapp. Inside to Templeton for ball 1. Do not see anybody over in the bullpen of Charleston through the shaded fence. Count 1-0. So that is a strike. Count now 1-1 to Templeton. Runners at first and second for Morgantown. Leads Charleston 8-0. 1-1 inside. Almost got a piece of Templeton, but he's able to shift his weight backwards and out of the way. Count 2-1. So Templeton is flown out to right and walked so far today. This is third at bat. The 2-1 curveball in the dirt, or excuse me, in the turf here at P.O. Faulkner Park. All turf infield, grass outfield. Count now 3-1 to Templeton. Knapp taking his time, looking at the runner behind him now. Throws the 3-1 pitch. That's fouled over the net. Count now full 3-2 Templeton. So 3-2 count. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Templeton up the bat. Pitch from Knapp. Low for ball 4. So now the bases are loaded for Morgantown Post 2 here in the top of the 5th with nobody out. And that'll bring up a leadoff batter in the lineup for the 4th time today, Gunnar Riley. And it looks like we're going to get another pitching change before Gunnar Riley for Charleston Post 65. It'll be the 4th pitcher of the evening for them. It's Morgantown Post 2 leads it 8-0. We'll step aside, take a 30-second break. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Berkeley County Youth Fair, a summer tradition that everyone looks forward to. Carnival rides, bull riding, truck pulls, and demo derbies. Your favorite fair food. Come support the area youth at livestock competitions and see all of their hard work. Follow us on Facebook or check us out online for the complete 2024 fair schedule. It's the Berkeley County Youth Fair, 8 action-packed days of fun for the whole family, August 3rd through the 10th.
We welcome you back here. Another pitching change, which is brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call them at 304-263-3361. Is now pitching is Jonah Cart, number 22 for Charleston. He comes into a tough situation. Bases are loaded, nobody out. 8-0. His team trails Morgantown Post 2 as well on the verge of elimination. It's Charleston Post 65 who just hasn't had any answers. It was a 2-0 game until the top of the 4th. Morgantown Post 2 offense came alive, getting 6 runs on only 2 hits. They have 6 hits in total. It was the free bases and the error that really hurt. So, here we are. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Top of the 5th. Gunnar Riley will come up to bat. On the other side for Charleston Post 65, they haven't been able to garner up any offense against Brady McNew. Only 1 hit for Charleston Post 65. So, infield in. The first pitch. Breaking ball that misses for ball 1. So it looks like we had some defensive changes as well. Looks like pitcher went to shortstop, so I think Evan Wilson's the one taken out unless he went somewhere. This pitch outside, way off the catcher, and the runners are going to stay put. Morgantown Post 2 had an opportunity to easily add a run there, and they chose not to. Millick stays at third. It's a 2-0 count to Gunnar Riley. So 2-0 count. This pitch. Breaking ball. It breaks in for a strike to Riley. Count now 2-1 as Cart finally able to find the strike zone. Showing to Cart. Next pitch. Fastball that is lined and caught by Luke Buckner. He's tagging up now, coming home to score will be Millick. So a sac fly RBI by Gunnar Riley here in the top of the fifth. Extends Morgantown Post 2's lead here against Charleston Post 65 to 9-0. That was close to hitting the grass. Buckner had to drop down and grab that one below his knees. This first pitch is a strike to Wenkai Campbell. So 1-0 count. 1 out now. This pitch inside, and that's going to hit Campbell. So that reloads the bases for Morgantown Post 2. And we'll bring up Cody Thomas. Thomas taking his time before stepping in. He reached base on an error by the shortstop his last time up. First pitch outside for a ball by Cart. So count 1-0. One out, bases loaded. Cart sets. 1-0 pitch. Doesn't make it all the way to home plate before hitting the turf. Count 2-0. So 2-0 count. This pitch high. Count now 3-0 to Thomas. Cart's 3-0 pitch is a strike. So the count now 3-1 to Cody Thomas with the bases loaded here from Morgantown in the top of the fifth. 3-1. High for ball 4, making it 10-0 Morgantown Post 2, leading Charleston Post 65 now. Bases remain loaded. It's Thomas now at first, Campbell at second, Templeton the runner at third, as McNew was the runner that came home to touch the plate to make it 10-0. Cottle up to bat. First pitch, high and outside for a ball from Cart to Cottle. Cottle had that base clearing double his last time up. He's going to foul this one off the end of the bat, straight back, even up the count at 1-1. So, Cottle has 4 RBIs this game of the 10 runs for Morgantown Post 2. So this pitch inside almost hits him in the dome. Count now 2-1. So, if things hold here, it'll be interesting to figure out who should be the player of the game between Caleb Cottle and the pitcher Brady McNew, who's only given up 1 hit. It's Cottle, big swing and a miss here. The count now 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Cottle, before this next pitch, took off his elbow guard. Guess it was hindering his motion. So here's the 2-2. Is this one inside for a ball, and the runner's going to easily come home to score as Garrett Miller did not try to go after that ball immediately. So runner comes home to score. Counts 3-2. Everybody advanced 1 base each. So Thomas is at second, Campbell's at third, and that makes it now 11-0 Morgantown Post 2, leading Charleston Post 65 here in the top of the fifth. 3-2 pitch, outside for ball 4. That reloads the bases. Back-to-back walks issued by Jonah Cart. And now batting will be Walters.
Number 2, Jet Walters.
No hits this inning. 1, 2, 3, 4 walks, a hit by pitch, and an error as this pitch catches the inside part of the plate for a strike. The out was that sac fly into left field by Gunnar Riley. This pitch inside for a ball to count now 1-1. One high for a ball. The count now 2-1. Eighth batter of the inning from Morgantown Post 2, who sent 10 last time. As this is lined in between first and second into right field. 1 run will score. Here comes a second to throw home. Looks good. The tag's on. And out at the plate will be Thomas. Great relay there from Campanella to Richardson to Miller for out number 2. 1 run was able to score, so Morgantown Post 2 does lead by a dozen. Now batting will be Nate Wolf. It's an RBI single for Walters. The first pitch to Wolf is a ball. Cottle's at second. Campbell was the runner that scored. Thomas was out at the plate. So Wolf lets this pitch go by, and it's at the letters for a strike. Maybe just above the letters, but below the shoulders. So, count 1-1. This pitch inside, the count now 2-1. Wolf struck out swinging his last time up. Cart's 2-1 pitch. Check swing. Did he go? He did. That's strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runners at first and second. It's been a 4-run inning so far for Morgantown Post 2, who now leads by a dozen. This pitch from Cart slips. Didn't reach home. Score 3-2. Three, two out. Pitch. Oof. Pitch made a beeline right for the shoulder blade of the DH, Nate Wolf. Nothing he could do but just wear it as he winces, makes his way down first. Bases are loaded, and we're going to have a new pitcher. Cart stays done. We're going to step aside and take another 30-second break. Our score, 12-0. Morgantown Post 2 leads Charleston Post 65. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The future doesn't wait. Why should you? Blue Ridge Community and Technical College offers over 60 degree and certificate programs in education, IT, culinary arts, engineering, and so much more. Small class sizes, flexible schedules with evening and online classes, affordable tuition, plus financial aid is available to those who qualify. Now you can go to college. Visit us online at blueridgectc.edu. That's blueridgectc.edu. Stop waiting and enroll today.
We welcome you back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Game 2 of Day 4. It's been all Morgantown Post 2. Another pitching change for Charleston Post 65. Pitching changes are brought to you by Smallwood and Small Insurance. Call them at 304-263-3361. Now pitching is Tristan Campanella. Moving into right field, number 2, Noah Lane. Morgantown Post 2 for a second straight inning will hit around the lineup. They lead 12-0 here against Charleston, post 65. 1 run in the first, 1 in the third, and then the offense came with 6 runs in the fourth. So far, 4 runs in the fifth. Bases loaded, 2 out. So, the bottom of the fifth, Charleston will be down to its final 3 outs because of the mercy rule. Campanella takes his final warm-up throw. And here we go with Millick once again up to bat. Tristan Millick.
Number 20, Tristan Millick.
It's Tristan Millick against Tristan Campanella. Campanella's first pitch. Fired outside for ball 1 to Millick. Millick, again this one, reaching base on an error by the first baseman. 1-0. Inside for ball 2 to Millick from Campanella. 2-0 count, bases loaded, 2 outs. This is tipped off the glove of the catcher, Garrett Miller. The count now 2-1. Bryson McNew on deck from Morgantown, post 2 if needed. The 2-0 fouled. Out of play by Millick to the right. The count now 2-2. Campanella sets. This pitch high for ball 3. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded for Morgantown post 2. Trying to extend the lead even further. They lead at 12-0 here against Charleston as the payoff pitch misses outside as Campanella lost his hat. It's ball 4, and it's now 13-0. Morgantown post 2. Adds another. So make it 5 runs here this inning. So Cottle came home to score. Walters is at third. Wolf's at second. Millick's at first. Bryson McNew up to bat. So this pitch is a strike. So, strike 1. Here, Bryson McNew, who walked his last time up this inning as Campanella again loses his hat while throwing this pitch. Hits a ball. It's a 1-1 count. Campanella, 1-1, high. Count now 2-1. Campanella sets. A righty all the way on the left side for us of the rubber. He sends a slider. That's called a strike. The count now 2-2. 2-2, 2 out. Charleston get out of the inning finally. Not yet, as this pitch misses outside for a ball. Count full 3-2. Base is still loaded for Morgantown post 2. Bryson McNew up to bat. Pitch. Fouled straight back by McNew. So, we'll reset. Here in the top of the 5th inning. A 3-2 pitch. Low for ball 4. Another walk issued by a Charleston post 65 pitcher. That makes it now 14-0. This pitch, as now batting is Templeton, is outside for a ball. He also walked his last time up. He's walked twice today. I've lost track of how many walks we've had this inning. This is a swing and a miss for a strike. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walks this inning and a hit by pitch. Unless I counted wrong, might be 7 walks. So this is fouled. Count 1 and 2. Hit by pitch. 1 walk, 2 walk.
6 and 1.
2 hit by pitch. 3 walk, 4 walk, 5 walk, 6 walk?
Yeah, that's what he said.
6 walks, 2 hit by pitches. All this inning. Stepping off will be Campanella. It's 14-0. Morgantown Post 2 leads Charleston Post 65. 1-2 count to Templeton with the bases loaded. Campanella's pitch. And finally, strike 3. The inning comes to an end as 6 runs cross the plate in the 5th for Morgantown Post 2. We'll finally head to the bottom of the 5th on the other side of this 1-minute break. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV 10.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory. I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory. I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
We welcome you back as we head to the bottom of the 5th, brought to you by Trips Flooring. Not sure where to go, who to trust with your flooring needs? Call Trips Flooring at 304-229-7009 or online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Back-to-back 6-run innings for Morgantown Post 2 have put them in complete control of this one against Charleston Post 65. Post 2 3 outs away from the state championship game and extending the win streak to 21 straight. They lead 14-0. Due up the bottom of the lineup here for Charleston. Miller takes the first pitch for a strike. Next one, swing and a miss. That's strike 2 for Miller. It's Brady McNew continues to roll out on the mound for Morgantown Post 2. The 0-2. Just getting a piece of it is Miller. He's going to send a fly ball to the right fielder, Gabe Templeton, for out number 1 as Templeton makes the catch. So 2 more outs needed for the ball game to come to an end, as now batting looks like will be number 2, Noah Lane.
Now batting number 2, Noah Lane.
First pitch. It's a ball to Lane. 1-0. It's going to be another fly ball to Gabe Templeton for out number 2. So 5 pitches it takes to send 2 fly balls to Gabe Templeton. Now Charleston Post 65 is down to its final out. And it looks like we have... Who should it be? I think it should be Campanella, yes. Campanella getting his batting gloves on, walking out of the third base dugout. Here against Brady McNew, who is very close to finishing a complete game shutout through the 5-inning mercy roll, only giving up 1 hit.
Number 5, Tristan Campanella.
First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Campanella struck out swinging his last time up. Next one. Swing and a miss for strike 2. McNew just his hat on his head, now sets. The 0-2 pitch. Ball outside. Count 1-2 to Campanella. 1-2. Low for ball 2. That one in the turf. Campanella will step out as we had to wait for the on-deck man Knapp to get the ball to the umpire. Here's the 2-2. That's inside for ball 3. So, Brady McNew had the count at 0-2 against Campanella. And this threw 3 balls trying to get him to chase, which Campanella is not. So here's the payoff pitch. And it's low for ball 4. So 2-out walk. So we now flip the lineup over to the top. Here comes Caleb Knapp.
Number 13, Caleb Knapp.
4th walk issued by Brady McNew. First pitch is a strike. Knapp walk his first time up. Flew out to center his last time up. This pitch high and outside. Count 1-1 now to Knapp from McNew. McNew. High and outside again. 2-1. Looks like he's kind of just lost that release point out there. So Bryson McNew, the catcher, is going to walk out the ball to him to give him some time. 2-1 count. Pitch. Inside for ball 3. After 2 outs, Brady McNew is struggling to close this one out. 3-1. Grounded to the shortstop, Cody Thomas. The throw to first is there. That's the ball game. So Morgantown Post 2 gets the Mercy Rule victory by a final score of 14-0 against Charleston Post 65. And they will head on to the state championship tomorrow against Wheeling Post 1. The win streak is extended to 21 straight for Morgantown Post 2. Their record improves to 32-5 overall, 4-0 in tournament play. Charleston Post 65 season comes to an end, 16-23 overall, 2-2 in state tournament play. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break, and then be back to wrap things up with our post-game show. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
John's Pool Supplies, your local one-stop shop for all of your swimming pool needs. Located at 237 Eagle School Road, John's Pool Supplies has over 30 years of experience and a large selection of products, services, and supplies for your pool or hot tub. From custom liner installation and pool inspections to free water testing, call John's Pool Supplies at 304-267-2000 or go to johnspoolsupplies.com.
We are the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives, and when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told, you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at skinnerwins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
Did you know that anybody can have lunch at Berkeley Senior Center? Hello, this is Amy Orndorff, Executive Director at Berkeley Senior Services. We serve a healthy, nutritious, and delicious lunch 5 days a week at 217 North High Street in Martinsburg. For seniors age 60 and up, the charge is by donation only, and for those under 60, it's just $7.25. And while you're here for lunch, take a look at all of our great programs and activities. Find out more, including our daily menu, at berkeleyseniorservices.org or by calling 263-8873. We look forward to serving you.
We welcome you back here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 for the Palace Lounge postgame show, brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edward Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg, with a full lunch and dinner menu and daily specials in a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Final score, Morgantown Post 2, 14, Charleston Post 65, 0 through 5 innings, so Morgantown gets the win on the 10-run Mercy Rule. Game summary we go to now, brought to you by the Mansion Freddy Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to wvjusticelawyers.com. For Morgantown, they scored on 2 hits in the first, only getting that 1 run, then 1 run on 2 hits and an error in the third. And the offense exploded slightly in the fourth. 6 runs, but only 2 hits, an error, 2 walks, and a hit by pitch. And then in the fifth, it was 6 runs on 1 hit, 6 walks, 2 hit by pitches. So that's how they got the 14. And then for the other side, it was only 1 hit allowed for Charleston Post 65. So 14 runs on 7 hits, no errors, 7 left on base for Post 2. No runs, 1 hit, 3 errors, 3 left on base for Post 65. Your game stats are brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Visit them online at FordAHagerstown.com. Player of the game brought to you by Rock's Local Markets, with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Fast, fresh, friendly. Rock's going to give it to Brady McNew out on the mound, getting the win. Struck out 3. Walked 4, only gave up 1 hit of scoreless baseball. So Brady McNew, player of the game for Morgantown Post 2. They head on to tomorrow's state championship at 1 p.m. against Wheeling Post 1. We'll have coverage of that for you on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube, as well as the Ohio Valley Sports Online Network. If Wheeling Post 1 wins that 1 o'clock game, that would face a winner-take-all game immediately afterwards. If Morgantown Post 2 wins, they are the state champions. For Dylan Bishop, I'm Colin McLaughlin signing off here for this one. Again, final score, Morgantown Post 2, 14, Charleston Post 65, nothing. This is the West Virginia American Legion Baseball State Tournament on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
You've been tuned into American Legion Baseball for the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball. Keep it tuned to 106.5 FM, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online at talkradiowrnr.com.